Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is Wednesday, September 13th. This is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report and Day Trader S&P 500. As always, we want to get our YouTube subscribers caught up with what our newsletter subscribers already have. So without further ado, let's start off with US 10-year today. Okay, you see we've got a count in black and a count in blue. I called it alternate, but I'm liking this blue count much better every day. In the blue count, we have 1 up, 2 down, a 3 up here instead of a completed 5 waves in black, then a 4 down, then a 5 to be 1, 5 of the larger degree, wave 1 up here. And then this pullback would be 2. And as you can see, we've got the Fibonacci retracements based on the blue count here. And that 2 falls between the 382 and the 500 retracement. Okay, next up we'll get a wave 3. Either way, if the black count's correct, we're getting a wave 3 at this degree with a circle around it, because we got a 1 up, a 2 down, and we're in 3, or we're getting a 3 up over here in the blue count. Okay, we need to see a move above this 4.362% to begin with, and this 2 should hold. If not, we have further downside targets here. The 50% is 4.045 and the 618 is 3.970. But this looks pretty impulsive. This looks like 5 waves up. That could be the first wave of the 5th wave, and then we have a 2 down and a 3 up. But again, we need to see this move above the 4.326%. It'll probably go up and do a retest and take off. In the black count, wave 3 gains equality with 1. Let me move that over. At 4.433%, you can see it over there. And let me just do an extension here of that blue count, because that's going to be a whole lot higher. Okay, there's 1 up right there, and there's 2 down. And we'll look for that 3. And it equals 1 at 4.69%. We have a lot higher targets. This is a bull market, however way you look at it, and it just matters of what degree to trend, or 3 extended or didn't. Okay, let's go over to the Qs if we can. Okay, let's look at the Qs here. I think it's been a few days since we looked at that, and this is a beautiful pattern here. You know, it topped in on July 19th. We have 5 waves down for the larger wave 1 with the parentheses around it. We have an A up, a B down, a C up for a 3 wave 2 correction there. And you can see this looks like it's starting its 3rd wave down. We can see the targets there. As long as that 2 holds at 380.85, we're looking at 3 equals 1 at 347.66. The 1.272 is 338.62. The 1.414 is 333.92. And the Fibonacci 1.618 target is 327.14. Of course, any move higher in wave 2 moves those targets higher, but it's a perfect 786 retracement. So there we go. Let's look at NVDA. Let's do that. We haven't done that. Yeah, I think we'll just pull it up this way. We did that one day recently, and people liked it. So let's see. I haven't looked at it since then. Let me refocus this and change this from hourly to daily. That might help us a little bit. Here we go. We'll look at the big picture here. Okay, from I believe it is as everything to March 2020 lows. We have 5 waves up for wave 1 in parentheses, a wave 2 correction, and we have a 3rd wave here. You can see the targets. 1 to 1 was back here at 408. It went above that. It hit the 1.272, which was 490.38. A perfect 1.618 is 594, right under 600. Then we should get a 4 down and a 5 up. So this still looks to be in a 3rd wave. You can see we have a gap there in the middle of the 3rd wave. That's another identifying characteristic of 3rd waves. We'll see if this gets any higher than the 1.272. The 1.414 is 533.09, and as mentioned, the 1.618 is 594 and some change. And then we'll have a a 4 down and a 5 up to new highs. Okay, this wave 1 high should hold any move down from current levels, and that high there is, let's see if we can get on it there, and that is 346 and some change there, 346.47. Okay, so 350 would still hold above that. That is a 50% retracement. Okay, without further ado, let's get to, we did the Qs, we did NVDA, we did the US 10-year. Let's get right into the ES. Okay, there was some interesting things going on there. This is an hourly chart. This is that B wave high on July 27th. I'm going to make this a little bigger. It's a little crowded here. Here we go. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down for the larger wave 1 in a circle. That lasted a Fibonacci 21 plus 1 days. Then we had a wave 2 up, an A up, a B down, and a C up into the 9-1 high. That lasted a Fibonacci 14 or 13 plus 1 days. And here we've got 5 waves down here. Okay, and we have these triggers and targets. Let me just get into that with our reports, and then we'll come back to the charts. I think I have the charts on there. I think we had these triggers and targets going back yesterday, midday report. Okay, by the way, before I forget, the new Fibonacci sequence here, turn dates. Okay, the next one coming up is the 20th. These have all hit with a plus or minus 1 to 2 days. So we might look for a next turn date on or near September 20th with a plus or minus of 1 to 2 days. Here is that same, this is December futures. We moved over to that last week. Here's that same chart. Okay, you see the wave 1 down. I was talking about the wave 2 up. And then from there, we've got wave 3 developing. You can see the first wave down here at the 9-7 low, 44.8325. A wave 2 up to 45.4350. So there's our upside trigger. There's our downside trigger. Upside in black, 45.4350. Downside, 44.8325. These targets are below. These targets are above. But I think I have them in print. They'll be a lot easier to see. There's the upside trigger, our parameter, a move above at the larger degree of trend, 45.97, brings that 786 retracement. That's on the bigger picture. It's not on this chart. On this chart, 45.4350, wave 2. There's the retracement target. You see it hit between the 50% and the 618. That is the high so far. It was yesterday. It is today. Downside parameters. There's that 44.83. Okay, and here's our targets there. 44.2950 is a 1-to-1. 43.9850 is a 1.272. 43.82 is a 1.414. And the 1.618 Fibonacci is at 43.59. Those numbers are up here in the chart there, as you can see. And we expect this on or near September 20th. I'd say plus or minus 1 to 2 days if this marks the next turn date. That's when we're looking for the low. That's the prices we're looking. Any move up should be held by that 45.9750, and definitely the higher level of resistance is up here at the B wave high at 46.8525. Let me see if I got something on that today's report. The market closing is pretty much just none of our targets or none of our triggers were triggered. None of our parameters were triggered. So it moved around a lot today, but it stayed between our upside trigger and our downside trigger. So it's pretty much more of the same. Okay, again, there's that turn date, and there are those, not achieved the upside. Neither one of those were achieved. Downside, that's not achieved yet. They will be, one of them will be more than likely the downside. If we can look at that a little more closely in here, I might just go to the hourly and see here. Yeah, that is that. Let me get rid of some of these other indicators here. Stochastic and the other. Where is that removed? There it is. There we go. This is a little sloppy one down, but this is from the September 11th high, which is over here. That's at 45.43. And it looks like we have a 1 and 2 developing with some overlap, so it could be a leading diagonal. Like I said, it's a little bit sloppy, but looks like a 1 down and a 2 up in between the 618 and the 786. Again, there's that 45.43 43.50. So we'll see how that develops. Looks like it could be developing down. I may have that also in the S&P. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That counts really good. Let me put it in there for you guys on the cash S&P. Bear with me while I get that pattern out here. Okay, here we got a 1 down, a 2 up, a 3 down, a 4 up, and a 5. We've got a 50% retracement right there, if you can see that. And then we have what looks like, again, that looks like it could be a lot of overlap. It could be a leading diagonal for wave 1 of 3. Leading diagonals happen in first waves and fifth waves, ending in leading. So still a little early in the pattern. Need to see a break of this low, which was Thursday, and this is Monday here, and all the way to Wednesday here. We're looking at an hourly chart there. So that's the S&P cash. Again, that wave 2 high here is at 45.41. Wave 1 low at 43.35. Need to see a break of that. For the bears, bulls need to see a break of that wave 2 high, and then ultimately that other high up here to 46.85. We're a long way away from that. So we'll see where this resolves. Again, there you can see I've got it in there. Let me just get a little bit closer for you guys. Let me pull out this larger degree correction. We can always put it in later. There we go. From that 9-1 high, you can see wave 1 here is 5 down into September 7th. There's a correction to 43.50. You can see that 1 down, 2 up. That 3 is a perfect 1.618, but that's already overlapping. That's what I'm saying. It's the first of third wave, so it could be a leading diagonal. We'll have to see how that works out. Okay, next couple days should tell the story. Okay, there's our upside and downside triggers and targets. I didn't leave the upside triggers in there, but we saw them on the last chart. So let me get over to that right on this thing right here. There we go. Okay, there's price and time. We'll see how it all works out. So far so good, and all the Fibonacci as far as price and time are both concerned. Okay, that's it for today. Until next time, take care, everyone.